Yeah. I got to upgrade on some equipment, definitely. If you hear some loud, hyperactive noise, it's definitely my dog. My dog is happy to see me. So she's super, super active on me. She wants to play right now. And, I think it's really, really good. She's super clean. Special times with my dog Nia. Definitely Nia put me in this. I feel like me getting a dog made me a little happy. Definitely gave me some extra responsibilities I wasn't planning on having. So I guess a really good thing. But today I kind of wanted to talk about. I wouldn't say a bucket list, but I definitely want to talk about checklists of cities that I want to visit. I definitely, I've never thought about lots of traveling and things like that. I've never really considered it. I'm not one of those individuals that's big into, I gotta go here, I gotta go there. But I know as I'm getting older, it's like more stuff I haven't done that, I would like to do. And a lot of places I've hadn't been. I I've lived in several states, and I will say I really, at this age, I haven't like, this is where I want to live at. This is where I want to live at. I haven't gotten to that stage or even experienced that situation. Most of my moves have been somebody has influenced me, or like I was in the military, hey, you moving here. Did I really have a say so? No, I didn't have a say so where I was moving. I got my bags and I was up out of there. So currently, looking back on my life, born in Tennessee, briefly lived in Arkansas, moved back to Tennessee. I left Tennessee and I stayed in Jackson, Memphis area for most of my life until approximately 18. 18, I moved to Martin, Tennessee. And once I left Martin, Tennessee, I went to Memphis, Tennessee. Left Memphis, came back to Jackson. I joined the military. So when I joined the military, I was able to do a little more traveling. I guess more, I got money and I could travel. So I got stationed in San Antonio, basic training. Went to Lubbock, Texas, left Lubbock, went to Los Angeles, lived in the Los Angeles area about 4 years. I got moved to Korea. I was in South Korea, a few hours from Seoul for about a year. Left there, went to LA, stayed in LA. And I did a lot of moving in LA. And I feel like when I lived in LA, most of the cities I traveled were within like a 8-mile radius throughout those years. I did some traveling with the basketball group that was really, really fun. I did some mountains, did a lot of hiking, a lot of time by the beach. So I would say up until about 24, 25, most of my living was like, you didn't really have too much of a choice. So got out the military, within about a year, I moved to Houston. And before I went to Houston, I had went to the Super Bowl events in Tucson. Well, not Tucson, Glendale, Arizona. So that was my first, like, hey, we about to do this. So I've been to Philadelphia. That's been good. So my traveling has been, a little here, a little there. Now, me and my best friend, we go to Miami a lot. So I do Miami. Lots of Texas. I've done lots and lots of Texas. So Texas has been really. I really like Texas a lot. So Texas, I've been in Houston, um, Austin. I've done a lot of traveling up and down Texas city limits. Well, not city limit, I guess the state. They got an event in Austin called Austin City Limits. Yeah. And they have another event here, Hennessy Fest. So me and Jamar goes to Hennessy Fest like every year. That's like our little, I turn up and it's doing around my birthday. I go to Vegas every year. I go to California every other year. I go to Tennessee every year. So those are like I know I'm going to places. But like, my ideal living location is like Colorado. I really see myself in Colorado soon. Because me going to Colorado would allow me to, I'm not going to say be in the middle, because I'm in the middle now. But if I go up a little more north, I think it's more my speed. I like being outside and doing stuff outside. And it's like that in Texas, but like I think as I get older, I think it'll get me to calm down a lot, because I'm super like wild now. So I think me living in Colorado would help me slow down a little bit. So I definitely want to visit. Technically, I've been to Washington, Seattle, but it was more like at the airport. So I don't know if that really counts, but I've been there. I definitely want to visit there. Oregon, I want to get some of that outside life. I did Northern California. I did up and down Vegas. That's really, really good there. Definitely want to visit Montana, go check out some of the lakes and outside scenery there in Montana. Definitely want to go to Wyoming, see about how the Wyoming life. I know it's straight wilderness there. I heard about some North and South Dakota from my best friend, Pokey. Pokey was stationed down there for some years, so I definitely want to check that out one day. Nebraska, I got cousins went to Nebraska. Definitely want to go Kansas. Did Oklahoma briefly, but I would definitely like to go check out like Oklahoma. New Orleans. I'm going to New Orleans probably in a few months. I've been saying that for years. I'm probably just going to ride down there, check it out, come back. Little Rock. I lived in Little Rock when I was little, so Arkansas check. I drove through there. St. Louis. I've done St. Louis when I was a kid, but I definitely want to go check that out again. Iowa. I heard some good things about Iowa. Never been to Milwaukee, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. Want to check those out one day. I definitely want to. I did Kentucky several times. I had an ex in Kentucky. I did Kentucky all up and down Kentucky. I did some firsts in Kentucky. Things like that. I had my first in Kentucky. So that's always get an important on my list. I've done Florida a lot. I definitely want to check out Alabama as an adult. Done Atlanta. I'll probably do Atlanta again as an adult. Some of these places I just went to as a kid and I didn't really know I was doing. I heard about South and North Carolina. I definitely want to experience that one of these days. Virginia, kind of did. D.C. area. I went there prior to my, going to Korea. We went to Philadelphia, hit all them places. I definitely want to hit New York. I got to hit the up north, the tri-state area. I have not done none of that. And then, I want to hit up Canada. And that's pretty much my North America. I've done Mexico via cruise. I just don't see myself doing too much there. I want to do definitely like a Hawaii one day. Maybe when I'm older. So, like, as in the world, I definitely want to go like the Philippines, the Europe, the Italy places. I'll probably hit those up one summer. I'm not really into all that things like that. So maybe that's something I may hit when I get older. I really haven't had that desire to just, I got to do those things. I think like maybe when I get older and I'm into that whole You know how older people get, they want to travel and things like that. Yeah. I definitely want to start hitting up more festivals. I think that's something I'm gonna start doing next year. I wanna hit those places more often to just kind of get a yearly ritual of things to do. I did the whole kids thing. I want to do some camping. So it's going to be like some bucket list things I want to start exploring and doing in the future. So yeah, I think it's really important to kind of like think about the future and goals and things you can do to expand yourself as you're living. Because one day you're going to pass away. When you pass away, you won't get a chance to do all this. All right, holla.